And we have team coverage as we've had teams out assessing all of the damage. You're looking at a neighborhood in the Overbrook Circle area in Spartanburg County. It's where a tree fell on a home there, knocking out power and parts of the chimney of the woman who lives there. Neighbors and crews were out clearing the debris from these storms, which they say blew through fast. Matt Kaufax live in Spartanburg to show us more.
Yeah, Cody, you can see the size of this tree here in this Spartanburg neighborhood, how thick that trunk is, and all of these branches that kind of come out as offshoots. One of them, if we look up on the chimney here, is kind of perched up on top of it. And this was actually way worse earlier before, thankfully, some neighbors and friends came and helped the woman who lived here. A couple guys were on the roof chopping down, hence this big pile of debris right here. You can see that. And the woman who lives here told me that this came fast and furious. It was quick, but still very destructive, and she is very concerned with more of this in the forecast for the coming days.
Earlier, I looked up, I said, it's a storm coming up.
Helen Foster says she was out drying clothes one second and then rushing inside the next.
That wind come across, it was so strong, it almost knocked us off the porch, knocked us back on the porch. It came so fast, and we didn't even hear the tree fall. It was so, that wind was so strong.
A pop-up thunderstorm brought devastating wind and rain to her Spartanburg home earlier this afternoon, but that wasn't the worst of it.
We thought it was just a few tree limbs, you know, that's what we thought, until we went around the house and we saw where the big tree had fallen.
It only lasted a short while, but it was enough to bring a massive tree from her neighbor's yard down on her home, and she says it's not the first time in the last few months something like this has happened.
Another tree fell in February on the house. It didn't fall on the house. It went down that way. It didn't fall on the house.
Today's tree also took power lines with it.
We just got power in the den, so the rest of the house is out of power.
She says she's used to pop-up storms as a longtime upstate resident, but this season has been particularly bad.
Spartanburg don't usually get all of this.
Thankfully, some friends helped her out, getting the tree off and discovering minimal damage to her roof and chimney. But with more storms expected, she's concerned.
Kind of worried about all these trees are falling, because you don't know, just don't know what's going to happen.
And the forecast, as we mentioned, calling for more rain. With the exception of tomorrow, it's basically going to start Sunday. Now, obviously, that could change, but it's basically going to start Sunday and go through all of next week. She says that she is going to take tomorrow to reassess, to keep, shoring things up here. And obviously, the gentlemen who were on the roof earlier are going to come back and finish the job up here sometime over the weekend, she says, hopefully. But she's going to make sure that hopefully this doesn't happen again. She knows that there are a lot of trees in the area, so just crossing her fingers and hoping for the best. In Spartanburg, Matt Kaufax, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.